7 kids, 7 baby mamas. I'm sure you guys have already watched this video from Abba and Preach Playback, which I'm still a little mad because I saw that video and I knew that video was going to be talked about, but they beat me to the punch. But it's okay because I actually ended up doing a lot of research on this guy to see if this guy was really about what he was preaching in that video. So just in case you guys don't know, it's this guy here. I don't know his name, but I do know that his TikTok name is House of Hypocrites. This guy has quite a way with words, and in this video he talks a little bit about how he has 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied, because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids.
So I decided to do a little bit of research into him. Okay, so if you haven't seen the entire video, don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead and link it down below so you guys can go check out all the sources. I did a little bit of research into him to see what he was about, because to me this kind of sounded outlandish, and I was just thinking, like, you know, everybody's talking about his narrative, but nobody's really talking about like who he is as a person. Look into his background to see if he really was about that lifestyle. So obviously in that same video, he's talking about how he doesn't want to take care of kids.
I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want.
You know, he doesn't want to provide financially, mentally, economically, spiritually. The point is, he doesn't want to take care of them. However, the thing is that in another video, he's talking about the delusional mindset of leaving a child fatherless.
Alright, you wanna know who hurt me? My mom hurt me. As you see me in this picture.
Bro, this shit is pathetic, bro. This dude sat up here and told y'all the reason he took the route he took is because his mother wasn't able to put him in extracurricular activity. And in the same sense, she intentionally kept this man from his father, who eventually died. So he didn't get to have a long-lasting relationship with his father. And from the results of that, he ended up in prison. 70% of the black men, or men in general, that are in prison were raised by single mothers.
It seems the man knows that a child without a father can potentially become a criminal. So my question is, why doesn't he want to be there for his kids if that's going to be the case? I think having a father there to maintain order is absolutely necessary. He also produced a despicable video ill-advising men to cheat on their woman.
Man, if you're in a relationship, dog, you gotta cheat on your girl at least once or twice. You gotta let her know that you got competition out here.
However, in another breath, he ends up advising men not to cheat on their woman.
Hey, cheating, that shit is not okay. Yeah, we all probably been cheated on and cheated on somebody, but eventually you got to emotionally mature to know what you want and say what you want without having to go in behind somebody's back and getting what you want. Don't let that shit go over your head.
And if you watch the rest of the video, it's just kind of more or less common sense about not cheating on a woman. And then he ends up producing this 2,000 point IQ move that I did not see coming.
I'm wrong, bro. See, one of my girlfriends trying to break up with me because while I was in my first relationship, I ended up getting in another relationship. So now I got 2 girlfriends. First girlfriend trying to be mad at me and telling me I cheated. But I told her I don't cheat on my girlfriends. You feel me? I don't do that. Like, how can I possibly cheat on my girlfriend with my other girlfriend? Dumb. I just don't even argue with these hoes no more because they stupid.
I want you to think about that for a second, okay? How can you cheat on your girlfriend with another girlfriend? Maybe he's polyamorous and he's probably not articulating his provisions correctly, because I cannot imagine how that would make sense without at least having some sort of stipulation with your girlfriend if it's an open relationship. But other than that, unless the girlfriend doesn't realize what you're doing, then I mean, that's practically cheating, but he doesn't even state that that's the case. Honestly, this entire thing is like quantum mechanics and the theory of relativity. Once you combine them together, everything just starts to fall apart. And you thought that it ended there? Not even close, bro. Look at me. Come here. Look at me. It doesn't end there. Now he's talking about a side chick.
Hey, man, there's 3 rules of dating. Dating. Rule number 1, if you're not married, you single. Don't let that shit go over your head, my boy. Rule number 2, don't you ever lie to a female that you fucking with. You telling the truth is giving her an option or a choice to decide that she wanna fuck with you or not. Rule number 3, very important. Always keep a side chick. She gonna teach you how to treat your main chick through her actions. Go ahead and follow me.
I personally wouldn't have a side chicks unless the variables are correctly aligned. Meaning if the girlfriend that I have is okay with it, having a trusting person that I can have on the side, or even the extra stipulations that come with it. However, I wouldn't want to do something like that. I don't know, it just doesn't sound like something that I could probably be comfortable with. I did also come across this very humorous answer because I asked the question online, like what's the point of it? And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. What's the point of having a side chick? There are times when I'm in a really bad mood and it is the side chick who really calms me down. If my girl and I have a disagreement, the side chick takes my side and I can vent about all the faults I have with my girl. Plus, she doesn't complain about having a headache when she doesn't want to have sex. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that sounds like a good idea, but is the woman at least aware of this? Can the woman also have a side dude on the side? I don't know, like I feel like both parties would probably benefit if they had another significant other there, you know what I mean? However, I do want to go ahead and show you guys that he also has some music. And in his music, he kind of talks about how he wants to protect his woman, his baby girl.
I'm like, fuck love, cause it's feeling like a drug. Yeah, this what I'm talking about. If a nigga or a bitch touch a hair on her head, they gon' get chopped out. And I ain't playing gangster, behind my baby, you better watch out. You better watch out. Yeah, cause that's my queen. I'll do anything.
If you didn't hear the lyrics correctly, he's talking about how he would catch a case protecting his woman from harm's way. People are probably gonna make fun of him because he uses autotune. I mean, I don't really care, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't see his music bad. Like, it's not bad. After all of this, I ended up leaving with more questions than answers. And, you know, some of the questions that I have are women consensual when you ejaculate into them? What does he think about his kids growing up without a father? And does he think it's his fault? And if anything were to happen to those kids, like if they were to become criminals, would he think it's his fault as well? Another thing that I'm confused is, what does he mean that he doesn't cheat on his girlfriend with another girlfriend? Like, that sounds like something a lot deeper than just that superficial statement. There has to be like some sort of provisions going on in there. Unless he states that he's in an open relationship, I can't imagine any other way than just being open with your girlfriend and having that relationship. Otherwise, it just makes me think of that master cheater. You guys know the master cheater, right? About how he will always have like different side chicks and he would have his main woman.
She said that I made a public fool out of her. I think that's honestly my biggest problem with the whole situation. Shouldn't care what other people think. She's going off of what everybody else has to say instead of just realizing that I have a good heart. I was cheating to protect her feelings. I'm doing it for her. Cheating saved my relationship for years. I would have left that bitch after a month if it had not been for cheating. Cheating really came in and saved the day, because when I was cheating, I was happier. My girl was happier. I'm meeting new women. I'm networking. And as I'm more fulfilled of a person, that allows me to be a better partner. I get to come home happy and refreshed. You work your day job Monday through Friday, and then your side chick is the weekend. That's how you get refreshed for your relationship. What if you had to work 7 days straight with no break? That's what a relationship is.
So I do have some final thoughts. There's a probability that he's playing a character. I mean, House of Hypocrites, it sounds like he's playing a character because he's very hypocritical. And there's a lot of counter narratives when you take a look at his content. And there seems to be like somewhat of a motive to want to gain clout because he is an artist. And if you take a look at the content nowadays, the most polarizing content is what goes viral. So perhaps maybe he produced this piece of content so he can go viral. And if that's the case, then Playback and Abba and Preach kind of fell for the bait because they ended up speaking on the matter. And maybe that's what this guy wanted. So for him to create this very polarizing piece of content and then have very influential figures in the online sphere to talk about it, I mean, that's kind of a win. Because I mean, there's so many people that want to go viral nowadays. Like that one guy who pretended to catch monkeypox just so he can kind of sell his music.
What's good, y'all? Just to let y'all know, the person who took my payment was absolutely fine. And yeah, this was just a promo gone wrong. I would have revealed this sooner, but I was just taking input left and right and didn't know what the hell to do. Just to give y'all a quick brief of what this was all about, I have unique and unconventional marketing methods when it comes to promoting my music.
There's also the probability that he probably isn't articulating his provisions correctly, and so when he explains it to us, we just don't understand it because he doesn't have the vocabulary to properly explain it. Or perhaps he just doesn't have enough time in a TikTok video to explain what he believes and what is going on with his girlfriends and if they're okay with it. And lastly, this is the last conclusion, he probably has a low caliber intelligence and probably can't count to 3 using 10 fingers. Other than that, there's probably more possibilities. However, these are the ones that like come to mind and that I've explored. I don't know. So maybe this guy, he's probably the real deal, or maybe he's just putting on a persona so he can go viral. So that's pretty much all that I have for you guys. We did some investigating and we came out with more questions than answers. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something today.
Man, let me tell you goofy motherfucker something, bro. You should only, and I mean this with every inch and break.
Shut the fuck up.